Here I have Script Console open, and I have the development log in the background here, so you can see what SQL queries are being performed. I'm ready to perform one query here. I'm doing task.count just so we don't get tons of output. And the important thing is to look at is these conditions which are being passed here. I'm doing a find on two columns, complete, which is false, and priority, which is set to 3. So this is all working fine. But what if we want to do, let's say, find all the tasks where the priority is null, or in this case, nil because we're in Ruby still. This is actually improper SQL back here. What it did is does priority equals null. But if you're familiar with SQL, it should be priority is null. So you would have to change this to is to get that to work properly. Let's do something else. You can also pass arrays into conditions. So let's do where the priority is 1 and 3. Now this doesn't work at all because the numbers are just concatenated like this with commas. It expects you to specify in and then put some parentheses around it. So like this. Now this is working. We're doing priority in 1 and 3. So arrays work, you just have to specify in like this. Same goes for ranges. You can also specify ranges in finds. You just need to specify the in like this. Now in Rails 1.2, it gives you the possibility to pass a hash with conditions. So this makes things quite a bit easier. So let's just remove this. You can specify complete, false, and priority is 1. One main benefit to this is that it allows you to pass other kinds of objects like nil, and notice it properly determines is null like this. It properly sets the what goes in between the column name and the value. Same goes for arrays. Notice priority in 1 and 3. Same goes for ranges. This time it does between 1 and 3. So that's really cool. It's a nice way to allow you to specify the different objects without having to change the actual condition query. Now there are disadvantages to this. One is that it always does the conditional finds on the tasks table, but if you do an include and let's say include the projects and you want to do a search based off of a project attribute, then you would have to go back to the string like this. What if you're just searching based off of one column? I showed you before that you can do task.find all by complete. Alright, let's do priority. Priority. And this works just like the condition hash. In other words, you can specify any kind of object in here, and it should be properly executed. Let's do size on this so it's a little bit shorter. See, this works as well, so between 1 and 3. So if you want it to properly parse depending on what kind of object you throw at it, so nil, arrays, ranges, etc., then you probably want to use either the conditional hash like this, or do find by method like this. That way you don't have to specify in or is between the column name and the value. I hope you have enjoyed this RailsCast. If you have any comments or suggestions, please send them to feedback@railscasts.com. Thanks for watching.